Alright, so we're going to try doing the carport. I say carport, it's essentially just a tarpaulin and some hooks that are going to go along this garage wall and somewhere along the side of the house, and picked up a transparent tarpaulin to work as a canopy, so when it's raining I can still be out on the drive. Problem is, the only canopy that I could pick up is a little bit too large. So I think this is 4.8 meters in length up to where the fence is, where the end of my driveway is, and I believe 2.8 meters wide, and that is given a little bit of decline, so starting higher on this side and coming down here. I think the actual width is more like 2.7 meters, but I want to be able to have any rainwater coming down this side and down as the drain. So I might end up putting some flashing across the top if I can get my hands on some. So these are the hooks. Just pretty basic, seem to do the job, and you can see they stick out from the wall a good 2 inches, so we might have to address the sizing of the canopy even more, but I want to get at least one side put up and then we can figure out on the sizing difference, because you can always trim the canopy down even though it's not ideal, but we can always make it smaller and we can't make it larger. So this garage is one brick construction, and it isn't mine, it is a neighbour's, but they've graciously allowed me to hang stuff off the side of it, but they're not so comfortable with drilling holes into it and using wall plugs, which would be the ideal situation, which I will be doing on this side because I own this. To combat that, I've picked up some Unibond adhesive. It's a 2-part epoxy, and it does say somewhere in the back there, suitable for metal, stone, you can see there all different kinds of metals, and it specifically mentions bricks, so it's probably as good as it's going to get. So yeah, I'm going to try and get this side done and see where we stand, and then we'll look at modifying the tarpaulin, cutting it down to size, restitching it, and then we can do the same thing on this side of figuring out where the holes and the eyelets line up, and then we can start drilling the holes and putting the hooks up on this side. And again, we've got a drain pipe here which we're going to have to work around because it does sit just at the end of the drive, so I'm not too sure what we're going to do about that one, but we'll worry about that corner last. So yep, that's where we're starting. So it sure ain't pretty. It's definitely not smooth. It does say it's treatable afterwards, but providing it holds alright, I'm not going to bother doing any of that. It's hard to tell how much I've actually used out of this so far, but that was quite a bit. Yeah, I'll keep my eye on this. Just keep holding it in place. That should absorb into the brick somewhat and make a strong bond. And then when there's a little bit of force applied to it from wind, water on the tarpaulin, if it's raining, it doesn't snap the brick in half and pull the brick out. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I've pulled the tarp out. I've got 8 hooks. So I'm going to do 4 on either side, so I need to decide how I'm going to space these out. Right, I had a little bit more of a think about it and decided I'm going to use 5 on this side. So the corner one, which is now up, I'm going to leave that a little bit longer, and then I'm going to try hooking this over lightly without putting too much pressure on it, and then seeing where the next hole lines up. I'm going to do all of them except the corner one, because as I say, that'll probably drop down. I'm not entirely sure of how much space I'm going to have. And typically it started raining again right as I'm in the middle of it, so I'm gonna have to try and get this one finished and pack up, I reckon. Okay, so it's a completely new day, almost a week later, and the weather's finally eased up, and I've got all of the hooks on now. I've coated it pretty heavily, just on a couple of them. I've not tried the strength of them too much, but they certainly feel strong enough for what I'm going to be needing. I tried to pull my body weight up on one of them and it seemed to hold. Again, not wanting to push it too far, but certainly seemed like it should be strong enough for a bit of rain on a lightweight tarpaulin like this. But today I'm going to be installing the hooks on the other side. So right away then, you can see we've still got a lot of excess on this side. So yeah, I'm probably going to line the hooks up, put them on there and measure how much excess there is, and then probably unstitch this along here, trim it down, punch some new eyelets and get a sewing machine to finish it off, and then that should be it. Once that's done, we'll have a cheap tarpaulin. This thing only cost me £45 I think from Amazon. I ordered this one in particular because it was the clear type, because I didn't want the light to be affected underneath. So if we were working in an engine bay or something, I didn't want everything to be tinted green or blue. And hopefully if I get a light installed up there, better than that one anyway, I can work at night even when it's raining. When you don't have a step ladder, next best thing. So I've just temporarily put one hook in on this side, not put the screws in all the way, but these bricks seem to be made out of polystyrene. I've just crumbled away, so what I think I might actually do, considering I'm rather impressed with how this seems to have stuck, is go with this method on the other side as well, because that is rock solid. It doesn't appear to be going anywhere. So I might take the screws out of this side, probably add a bit more of the epoxy to fill up the gap that's now been created. The roll plugs are 6mm, I was using a 6.5mm drill bit, but using my impact driver to put the screws into them, it must be being so close to the edge, it's just destroyed the brick. So change of plan. Right, so after yet another rainy spell, I've been out and bought some more hooks and marked up this red box there. it's all rebuilt. See, I've had the mixer load up and just try and fill up all the gaps. There's quite a few. These are more of a dress-up brick, I think. That's one of the downsides of a new build house. The bricks aren't as sturdy. But the garage is, well, I think it's just because it's a one brick construction, so it has to be a bit tougher. So I'm less concerned about this side, ironically, than I am about this one. So yeah, it's a little bit loose and kind of flies off the hooks on this side. Great stuff. So it's now several weeks later and nothing else has been done with the canopy. It works just fine, it's just very loose and needs trimming down, which I still haven't got around to because I ordered some new eyelets and they never arrived. Even though it was less than £10, I've been trying to track down where my order has gone so I don't have to waste that money and buy some more. So I'll do a quick update once I do get the tarpaulin cut down and new eyelets fitted, and show you how the fitting is then. But for now, this is going to have to be it, I think. So thanks for watching, see you in a bit.